Here's my view, and I've said this publicly, and I said it again yesterday in the State of the State. I think where we have to focus charter schools and what we're doing in our administration is focusing charter schools on the failing districts. Now, I don't think people in the really good districts in the state... Oh, excuse me. Excuse me. We'll get to your anger in a moment. So we finish this question. I will not dodge you. I do not believe that charter schools are best suited in districts, in general, that are successful districts.
Thank you.
Okay, so part of the reason why I've asked there to be, and I've asked the legislature for this for the past year, to be a new charter school authorization bill that starts to focus it more finely. Remember, this bill started 15 years ago, and it hasn't been changed since then. There's a lot of things that have changed in this world in the last 15 years, a lot of things we've learned that we should update it. So I'm hopeful that the legislature is going to give me a charter school reform bill over the next 6 months so that we can focus on this more. But I've made my feelings very clear to the Commissioner of Education. I've told Commissioner Cerf that I believe we have to focus on the failing school districts first when it comes to charter schools, because those are the parents who are most desperately in need of choice and options and alternatives, and that most parents who are in successful school districts don't crave that choice the same way folks in the failing districts do. So, now, again, this is not to say that every once in a while one won't be approved for a good school district, but if you look at the numbers that we've approved, the overwhelming majority, I would say upwards of 90% of them, have been in failing school districts. And we're going to continue to keep that focus, because what we don't want to do is to set up a lot of charter schools in successful districts that become kind of these specialty charter schools. I want charter schools that provide the type of educational alternatives that give kids who are in a failing school district the opportunity to actually succeed. And some of these other specialty schools, like Mandarin immersion and some of these other things that have come up, are less attractive to me, and I think less necessary for the success of the kids who need it the most in our state right now, which are the kids in these districts that are failing, who can't read or write. I mean, imagine in Asbury Park that over 50% of the kids in high school don't read at an 8th grade level. And we are spending nearly $30,000 per pupil per year in Asbury Park. And nearly 50% of the high school kids don't read at the 8th grade level. They don't need Mandarin immersion, okay? They need a school that will address the undergirded problems that lead to them not being able to read at an 8th grade level by the time they get to high school. So that's what my focus is going to be. I've made that clear to the Commissioner of Education. I know there's a lot of controversy about some of this stuff, but my view on it is that if we keep ourselves focused on the failing districts for charter schools, a lot of that will subside. Now, let me quickly pivot over to the people who are really fired up over here. Now, listen, you appear to be someone who might be ready to make a speech, and I want to just let's just keep the speechifying to a minimum. But if you yell out like that, I love that emotion. So let's see what you got. Joe, pass the microphone in there. This is dangerous now. Get ready. Yes, ma'am.
I'm Alyssa Sable, and I am here from Voorhees, and I came here today specifically for the charter school issue. And I have heard you on New Jersey Radio 101.5, 2 separate occasions, reiterating what you just said right now. So my question is, what are you doing to put pressure on Commissioner Cerf to stop approving charter schools in our district and keep them where they belong? Because our schools are extremely successful, and it would be detrimental to our children if these schools take money away.
I've been very direct with the Commissioner about my views about this, and I think you've got to watch me over the last 2 years, and there's people who say a lot of things about me. Subtle is not one of them. So I think he's got the message. Now remember, I have to operate within the law, and I can't prejudge these applications. What I can say to him is, as a matter of policy, what I believe the best policy for the administration to be. But if I say we've prejudged these things and no way we're ever going to approve any under any circumstances, then all we're going to do is buy ourselves a lawsuit and be in court and tie up all kinds of things for a long time. So what I'm asking you to do is to trust me that the policy I'm telling you I'm going to pursue, that I'm going to pursue as aggressively under the law as I possibly can. And if I get a new charter school authorization bill that narrowly focuses these things on districts that are judged to be failing, then it's going to make it a lot easier. So I have no interest in making the lives of parents, school board members, and administrators in successful districts that are doing well and turning out college-ready and career-ready kids more complicated. I like to focus my fire on supporting them and supporting in a different way the failing school districts that need a much more aggressive type of help from the state than what a district like Voorhees will need. So I hear you, and I will go back and specifically talk to them about Voorhees now that I've been here. Okay?